Hey everyone, it's LaShonda from Labors of Love here with another Therapy Thursday. Today I want to talk about holding it all. There is so much to hold today. As I'm recording this, we are in Thanksgiving of 2020. 2020 has been a year, y'all. We are here at one of the first holidays of the winter holiday seasons for most traditionally celebrated American holidays, I guess you would say. Um, and I just want to talk about the numerous things that we collectively could potentially be holding right now. One, we are holding a pandemic. We're still in the midst of a global pandemic, and what that means is that celebrating holidays in a traditional sense for a lot of people don't look like they've always looked. And if they do look like they've always looked, there are probably complex fears and emotions that are coming with large gatherings. So there are some of us who are celebrating in a non traditional way, meaning that if we are used to being gathered with families in a large group setting, we may not be doing that. For some of us, there's gratitude in the fact that it's different, that we didn't necessarily look forward to those large gatherings, and now we have an excuse outside of our control that means we don't have to be there. Whether you're yearning and missing that gathering, have gratitude that you don't have to, or anywhere in between, it's still something to hold. Many people across the world in this country are holding the loss of loved ones, whether it is to COVID 19, whether it is to violence of some sort, increased suicide due to the pressures of the world and pandemic, racial injustice. There are just so many things that have been happening. And so some of us are really holding the loss of a loved one. And I want to call that and make that plain. Some of us are holding the nuance of Thanksgiving itself, the very simple, simply put, the origin of Thanksgiving, the violence, the theft, the murder that lie at the beginning of a holiday that's been fed to many of us over generations as something where we should be thankful, and two groups of people sat down in a way that was amicable and loving, and that's just not true. So some of us are even holding the origins of Thanksgiving and whether or not we want to celebrate it and what does that look like. We're holding pain and trauma, but we're also holding gratitude and possibility. One thing about 2020 that I can say is it has caused an entire world to rethink how it does certain things. And some of that has been in the favor and leaned into providing things that are helpful for some and some not. So I guess today, what I really want to say is it's a lot to hold. And I want to acknowledge that. Unfortunately, most of us have been culturalized and socialized to believe that we have to push away one feeling in order to experience another, that we have to ignore or suppress grief and fear and anger in order to experience joy, or we have to ignore the things that we have gratitude for and experience joy so that we can maintain our anger or frustrations. And I just want to give us the encouragement that both and, that we can feel all of our feelings. And that is actually my encouragement for us today. So rather, you are well accustomed to acknowledging how your feelings are manifesting in your body, noticing, acknowledging, and accepting that experience, or whether it's brand new to you. I offer you today the invitation to just have a moment of silence or quiet or a reflection, meditation, to just be present with all that is here. Because we are complex humans with complex emotions and complex relationships. Sometimes it can be simple. Just stop and feel. And so today, I wish everyone a happy day of gratitude where we feel all of our feelings and that we uh, can just acknowledge that we are in the human experience. So I thank you and have tremendous gratitude for my family, for those of you who have supported me in labors of love, whether it's listening to the podcast every week, watching the videos, buying my book, wearing one of the labors of love sweatshirts or t-shirts. In whatever capacity you're in my life, I have gratitude and I am thankful for you. If you would like to get in touch with me, if you have suggestions for content, guests for the podcast, please reach out at www.thelaborsoflove.com. We're on all the major social media outlets. Don't forget our YouTube channel where we house our Therapy Thursday videos. And please don't forget to give us the 5-star rating, subscribe to the podcast, and share with those who may benefit. Until we meet again, you all be well.